Thank you so much, sisters and brothers, for being here, and the organizers for putting this together, and my panel here. It's just incredible how when the people lead, the leaders will follow. Who has heard that before? All of you, right? That's what we're doing right here. So it's not just about public financing, which I support, but also the other things, but mainly the 28th Amendment of the Constitution will literally galvanize, it has already galvanized a social movement across the country. I just came from KEIB Radio, where I'm a co-host on Saturdays. And for half an hour, I was talking about your conference here. And I also gave out your, the website, which is live streaming, right? I gave it out. Believe it or not, KEIB is owned by Clear Channel, of all people. Can you believe this? If we're on Clear Channel, that means something's moving. Am I right, to some extent? And tomorrow morning, I got invited to be on KFI, the big sister, KFI, AM 640, to talk about this. So, guys, your work is paying off. It's not about left or right, not about liberal or conservative. It's about freedom of speech and the ability of people to be heard. Would you agree with that? That's what we're talking about here. I love what Frederick Douglass once said. Power concedes nothing without a demand. Power concedes nothing without demand. And that's what we're doing right here. We, the people, are demanding that the elites create a system, a new system, not one that the 1886 Southern California Pacific Railroad decision said that corporations are persons. What were they smoking when they did that? One of my students, they were smoking probably something inside the dollar bills. And I said, you're probably right. So it's unbelievable. So I think we're doing exactly what, in the same spirit of Frederick Douglass and other people like Harriet Tubman, Dr. Martin Luther King, the social movements, this is what this is all about. I love it. I just love it. I've been living for this for 60 years or so. And my little daughter, who was born 2 years ago, little Paige Amara Mathews, is someone I'm looking at and saying, what kind of a world would we leave her if we have dollar democracy? We won't leave her much, will we? Global warming, we'll have no health care for everyone, we'll have her schools and science labs being shut down in her elementary schools. We'll have so many things that would be horrendous, and we'll have money running the show. You know, when I happened to be a candidate a couple of years, I'm not running for any office, by the way. I did run a couple of times. And when I ran, and I won the nomination, Democratic primary, I went to Washington, D.C., and I was told by the Democratic Congressional Campaign Committee leaders, you only have to do 3 things to win, Peter Mathews. Raise money, and raise money. That's what they told me. I said, what about Senator Paul Wellstone, who refused to take corporate money, who went grassroots and actually won by 0.5%? Remember Senator Paul Wellstone? They said, you can forget that. That was a fluke. Don't bother with it. They said, don't campaign in those minority areas. They don't vote. Don't campaign in the rental areas. They don't vote. Don't campaign among all your students. They don't vote. Go out and raise money, and raise money, and we will get you the pros to run your campaigns. This is a progressive, the so-called progressive party, which I have been a lifelong member of, by the way, the Democratic Party, talking like this. If we've come to this, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to really make the changes, and I'm so glad that you folks are doing it. The book that I wrote has to do with several topics, as you know. My personal experiences, jobs in the economy, the outsourcing of jobs, the downsizing of America, the gap between rich and poor, people moving back with their parents, 60, 50-year-old women and men, husbands and wives with their children, moving back with grandparents, and it's causing a whole lot of stress and psychological degradation. We have education cuts, we have health care not covering everyone, environmental issues, Monsanto, pesticides, GMO foods, Wall Street. The whole thing is due to dollar democracy, and you folks are making a difference. I'm with you all the way to make a change. So I better shut up if I sound like a politician, right? Thank you so much.